Making memories is half the fun of cooking, and today we're going to make some memorable fall-inspired treats. Liz Corbett is a baker and self-proclaimed party hostess diva and the author of Do-It-Yourself Wedding Cakes for under 50 bucks. Is that even possible, Liz? You can make a wedding cake for under 50 bucks?
Absolutely. I am the queen of cheap. That's my other title, frugal. And it is possible with some planning. And if you go for a very simple DIY cake, you can absolutely do it with planning. It takes a lot of planning.
Well, we're not talking about wedding cakes today, but we are talking about something equally as delicious. We have some fall treats here that don't look too overwhelming to make.
No, I do some pretty over-the-top cakes,
sure.
And a lot of people say to me, well, I can't do what you do. But my thing is, I want to inspire everyone to be creative, and you can buy some pre-made items and put together some really adorable fall treats for your holiday table.
All right, show me what we have here.
All right, we have actually 3 different ones that I'm going to show you how to make. I'm going to get you busy in the kitchen with me.
That's great.
We have these cute little acorns, which are made out of totally edible chocolate and cookies. And we have other acorn. I kind of went a little theme today.
Oh, that's great. They
Donut
both
holes,
resemble acorns.
They do.
That's fantastic.
And that's what makes them fun. And of course, some little pilgrim hats for your Thanksgiving table.
How fun is this? All right, what do you want to make first?
Let's get started with the donut holes. Now, again, these are just very simple, plain donut holes. You can do the glazed if you want, but I think these resemble the acorns much more, so I'm going to get you right into this.
Okay.
We have some hazelnut spread, also known as the Nutella, and so I'm going to let you go ahead, and you want to put some of that in. It's very goopy.
Okay.
You want to put just kind of a little hat right on top of that little guy right there. So again, plain donut holes, some Nutella spread. If you have nut issues, you can also go with just an icing.
As if a donut wasn't good enough.
I know, melted chocolate.
All right.
This is not the healthiest segment today, but everything in moderation. And you just want to roll those right into those little chocolate sprinkles there. Isn't that
so cute?
And pretzels, you will never look at food the same again. You're going to look at it as art. And what can I make? So I'm going to let you put that stem right into there. And you just want to break off maybe about 2/3 of one of these. Ta-da! How cute is that? She just made an acorn.
I love that.
Isn't that fun?
Fantastic.
These are great projects to do with kids as well.
Yes.
Because they are simple. And again, you're not going for perfection. You're going for having fun and making really fun things to look at, because I think that all of this should be accessible to kids, especially with you in the kitchen.
It's always fun, right?
And as far as displaying your stuff on the table, you know, don't just throw it on a paper plate. Make it fun on the table as well.
And you've done that. I noticed the candles are kind of unique too.
Yes. Again, you can take everyday items and make something really cool for your table. I've just simply got some unpopped popcorn in here.
Okay.
You could do other items as well. You could do dried beans and then change it up for the seasons.
And I love this too. I was admiring the pumpkin.
She's been looking at my pumpkin there. I'm going to watch that.
That you carved out. That's such a great idea. And you mentioned you could do it with apples.
You can do it with any kind of little vegetable or fruit that you can carve out the center. And I have one of those cute little candles in there that's not a real flame. So again, you've saved for the kids. Just kind of makes your table a little bit more fun.
Sure, which you could find at the dollar store.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Let's talk about these acorns.
Those little mini acorns, you are going to need these fun little cookies, and I brought the bags so you know how to identify them in the store, because that cookie aisle is a little overwhelming.
Sure.
These are just kind of a bite size of the peanut butter cookies, the Nutter Butters. And so I have some right here, and if you just want to break that in
separating
half,
them?
absolutely. You already know what we're going to do here.
Okay.
You want to break it off so that most of the cream is on one side.
Okay.
And again, we're just using things that already
Hershey Kisses readily available.
And I'm going to let you, you're going to do this all yourself.
All right.
And you've got that on there.
It sticks nicely with the peanut butter already in there.
Now these are probably the tiniest little mini chips that I've ever seen.
I've never seen any that small.
You almost need like a little tweezers to get these out of here. But we're going to attach these. Normally you would do these with melting just a little bit of your dark chocolate in the microwave so that it kind of becomes glue.
Okay.
So we're going to pretend that we've done that and actually use a little bit of icing. So I don't know, this is really small.
All right.
Might get lost in your nails in there.
Got it.
All right, and we're going to do a little bit of icing, assuming that it's the melted chocolate, and you could do either. And just the tiniest little dab on there.
Edible glue, I love it. And the acorn really comes together nicely.
It does.
These are fabulous.
And they're tiny. See, and that's the thing.
So you could eat 10 of them.
Well,
it's okay.
Yes. Now, another thing that you can do with that, which is really fun, is if you make cupcakes at all.
Yes.
Cupcake toppers are a really big thing
Can we
right
try
now.
That?
You can just put one of those little babies right on these little mini cupcakes. And I brought these pre-made, but this is a gluten-free recipe.
How cute is that?
Just right on there. Actually, let's put a couple on because those are fun.
Yeah. Yeah, an easy way to decorate.
So you know what? It's impressive, and people are going to think you either went to a bakery or you were slaving away for hours when in fact you weren't.
Great.
So that's just another fun little idea that you can do with the little acorns.
All right, we have a little over a minute. Let's talk about these guys.
All right, and these obviously are little tiny
pilgrim hats,
pilgrim
right?
hats.
How cute.
Now, I'm sure you can tell just from looking at those what they're made out of.
Peanut butter cups, right?
So we need peanut butter cups, and those are unwrapped, and we're going to get you one of these fudge stripe cookies.
Okay.
You can also do a chocolate wafer cookie, but these are a little sturdier. You want to go for stuff that's not going to break apart.
Okay.
And that's going to get glued on there with, I would recommend doing an icing. The hazelnut is great, but it's going to come out that hole in the bottom.
Ah, okay.
And which is okay because you can lick your fingers, but I'm going to have you go ahead and put some of that on there. You don't need much.
All right, we'll do a thin little layer of Nutella or icing here, so it sticks.
And then you want the little black band around. And again, I make my own icing, but again, we're going for things that people
Quick and easy,
at home
something
can do.
I would do.
Pre-purchased black icing, and you are good to go. Yellow icing in the tube.
It's for the buckle, right?
I brought my pastry bag because I just can't leave home without it. So you're just going to get a little. Actually, do you want to try this?
Sure.
All right.
I don't know how well it's going to come.
What you want to do is twist it, and you want to get it tight here so it doesn't splooch out this end.
Okay.
All right, and you're just going to make a nice little ring around the bottom.
Oh, this
Look at her go.
So great.
Awesome.
And then I'm assuming we have to make a little buckle with
Yes.
the gold.
And that's what you're going to do. I'm going to have you do that as well.
This is so fun.
I'm going to have her finish these. So a little square.
There we go.
Or a squiggle,
Or,
whatever
well,
works.
it kind of came out. There you
It's
can
all
tell
about
what it is.
It's all about
a
the
buckle
effect.
of some sort.
It's all about the effect.
All right, Liz, we're out of time, but thank you so much for being here. We're going to have the recipes over on WTNH.com and just click on style. And we're going to sample some of these at the end of the show, so don't go anywhere. All right, up next, we're going to give you a preview of the exotic cars over at the Connecticut International Auto Show. Stay with us.